Some of the Act's most vulnerable children have been found living in a squalid care home with broken walls, blood on the door and smashed glass in the kitchen. The property was run by Premier Youth Works, a for-profit venture that provides out-of-home care to around 30 children in the Act. Children and teenagers wind up in Premier's residential care homes when they are unable to live with their families, often because they are at risk of abuse or neglect. Concerns about the state of the home have been uncovered in a joint investigation by the Canberra Times and the Newcastle Herald. The conditions inside one home were so bad they prompted a Legal Aid Act worker to write to the Act government in April this year after visiting a Premier Youth Works property in Canberra. The house was in an unsatisfactory condition. There were at least 2 windows broken doors, many holes in the walls, and broken window fittings, read the letter. The children appeared to have dragged their mattresses into the living room, which was extremely messy. The most concerning observation was of blood on one of the doors and broken glass in the kitchen. Do you know more about out-of-home care in Canberra or Child, Youth and Family Services? Contact stephen.trask@fairfaxmedia.com.au. In the same letter, the lawyer highlighted concerns about the children's safety in such an environment. This letter is not intended as a finger-pointing exercise, they wrote. However, it is important to make it clear. There are real concerns about the children's safety in the current placement. 3 days later, the legal aid lawyer also wrote to the Act's public advocate seeking help to clean up the conditions inside the property. As you will be aware, I hold concerns about the children's current placement with Premier Youth Works, the letter read. Please advise whether you have, or intend to attend the property and what, if any, involvement the public advocate will have in addressing concerns around housing for the children. Pictures from inside the property showed clothes strewn across the room, a mattress without sheets on the floor and a large hole in a wall covered by graffiti. The Act public advocate Jodie Griffiths-Cook has regular meetings with Premier Youth Works to monitor the care of children in residential homes. She said her office had not received any complaints about the company. Premier Youth Works staff engage positively with this process and have been responsive to concerns when raised, she said. For example, in early 2017 the public advocate became aware that a couple of properties had been damaged and needed repair. My office raised these concerns with management staff in Premier Youth Works, who took action to respond to the concerns in a timely manner. The Act Government's Community Services Directorate also said Premier Youth Works had been quick to address concerns brought to their attention. As with any organisation, there have been from time to time concerns raised about individual matters, a spokesman for the Community Services Directorate said. Premier Youth Works has been responsive in working with government to resolve matters as they arise and in June 2017 received the highest level of accreditation of 5 years from the Children's Guardian in New South Wales.